Hey, Mom. I'm getting promoted to the section head at my workplace.
So?
So, a woman getting promoted to the section head in my 30s is the first time in history in my workplace.
Is that something to brag about? What? Do you want a reward from me or something?
I didn't say that. I just wanted to share the happy news with my mother.
I don't care if you become the president. Nothing about you matters to me.
Don't say that.
How can I love a daughter whose only reason existence to this earth is labor?
I'm trying my best, you know.
If you want to do your best, you'd be better off married like your sister. Her husband's a doctor, for Christ's sake. I've never been more proud.
You've told me this story many times since she got married.
Then learn from it. Find yourself a rich man or two, won't you?
I don't intend on marrying someone for money.
That's an excuse for ugly wenches who can't get married. I still can't believe I birthed such an ungrateful child, unlike Rachel, who is pretty like her mother.
Dad never treated us different growing up.
Of course, you look just like him, unattractive.
He's not that bad looking. You're the one who married him, Mom. Don't say mean things about your own husband.
The reason I got together with him is purely because he was high up in the elite society. His salary was twice compared to my friends' husbands.
Don't say such bad things.
Who cares? He won't be able to hear them from beyond the grave. We managed well for a while with his insurance money, but that's all gone now. Wished he would have taken out $8 million or something like that.
He couldn't afford that much. Dad worked so hard to sustain us.
His only redeeming quality, he ought to at least provide for me. Having a beautiful wife like myself, should have been proud just being my husband.
You think so? Dad always complained how high maintenance you were.
I nor Rachel spend outrageous money. Beauty expenses can't be helped. We need to keep up with the fashion trends, which you won't understand.
I guess I don't have any interests in beauty.
Ha! Interests? You got discouraged too because you never looked good in any kind of garment. With your face, I wouldn't dare waste my time getting into fashion.
How can you say that to your own daughter? Especially today, when I thought you would be happy for me.
I'm being harsh because you are my daughter. For real, you think I would be happy on what you achieved at work? If you want to make me happy, marry off to some lawyer or doctor. Catch a rich man like your baby sister. Make yourself useful.
I've been making myself useful, putting food on the table for 9 years ever since Dad died.
Oh, and you think that's worthy of my gratitude?
I'm not implying that.
Your only worth is working at a big company like your father. It's completely natural to provide for me. I'm the poor, devastated widow.
You never looked devastated in your life. Giddy even when Dad passed suddenly. Looking forward to using up both his retirement and insurance.
Duh. Your father was 10 years older than me. Saved you the trouble of taking care in his old age. I was happy for your future.
Why would I have to be the one in trouble?
Because I would never change his nappies. It's the job for the child to nurse their elderly parents.
You wouldn't do anything for him?
I'm not looking after an old geezer. No way.
Even though he provided for your expensive way of living, how can you say such mean things? Dad would be turning in his grave.
I don't care what a dead guy would be thinking about me.
You're a disgrace.
What is a disgrace is your face. Well, if you want my gratitude, try your very best to catch some elite. With your facial features just like your father's, can't expect much. Naomi, don't come by the house for a while.
Why? Did something happen?
Rachel's staying for a while.
Really?
Such a devoted daughter, isn't she? She was worried of me living alone.
Right.
She's beautiful in the insides too, like her mother.
What's that got to do with me not coming by the house?
Well, I want to spend time with my favorite daughter undisturbed. You, on the other hand, would cause a dissonance, disrupting our beautiful harmony.
What kind of metaphor is that?
It can't be helped, it's the truth.
Well, I won't go home if asked anyways.
Always cheeky. Checking the fridge every time you come by. Chucking out stuff without permission.
That's because you hoard expired food. The smell seeps throughout the house every time I open it.
Then don't open it. I didn't ask you to cook for me. There's a reason restaurants exist.
And that's why you can never save up any money. You never clean up either. I make time from work to declutter the house regularly.
As I said, I never asked you to. You're just like your father, nosing into other people's business.
If he didn't nose around, we would have had more problems living in that house.
A few problems won't hurt anybody.
Well then, I'll leave you to take care of yourselves. Don't call me when you have a mayhem in your hands.
Good. We'll finally have a nice family time.
You're saying that like I'm not part of the family.
I've never thought of you as my family.
What?
You didn't think? You look nothing like me or Rachel. No one would think we're related at a glance. I never considered you my daughter.
Why are you being so mean to me? What about all these years that I provided for you? I worked so hard because you were my mother.
Don't be so proud of yourself. You only give me $800 a month.
How rude.
I can dispose $800 in a single night.
How?
I've told you, beauty has its costs. With Rachel back, $800 is as worth as a penny. She might as well be the king of Sheba, living with a doctor from a rich family. Every time she came home, she brought some goodies for me.
Good for you.
Maybe she's even coming home to tell me she'll be the one to take care of me from now on. She's so thoughtful that way.
Well, she has your looks and your personality.
Then she's perfect. My future is secured, which means you have no use to me anymore.
You really think so?
Damn straight. To tell you the truth, having you around was annoying to say the least. You resembled your father more and more each day. I didn't want the neighbors to think we were related.
You've said enough, don't you think?
Oh, I'm just getting started. I've even explained to our new neighbors you're our housekeeper.
How can you say that about your own daughter?
I can't tell them that that ugly girl is my daughter now, can I? I have Rachel for that.
You've always favored Rachel over me. I've tried so hard to gain your acceptance.
I couldn't tolerate even looking at your face. It made me sad that I produced such an ugly daughter.
You don't understand how hurtful that is coming from my own mother.
You were always too naive. Should have realized it on your own sooner. Rachel is my only daughter. You have no use to me.
Fine. If you won't change your mind, I'm done.
How are you done? Are you cutting ties with me or something? Couldn't be more obliged.
I thought you were my mother. I took care of you.
That kind of behavior is exactly why I never loved you. The sty in my eyes.
Fine.
Fine. Naomi, why haven't you sent in this month's expenses?
Huh?
What's taking so long? Bringing me money is really your only reason of existence. How can you defy me?
Why should I give you money?
Because it's your duty?
No, it's not.
What?
I'm not giving you any more of my money.
Huh?
You said you don't need my trifle. The money I make shifted and saved up every month. I now realize that sending you this little money was impolite.
That is,
I'm glad. I don't have to put aside $800 for you.
I never said I didn't want your money.
You didn't? Seemed like it.
It's only $800, but I'll take it. That's your only use to me.
I'm not obligated in giving charity to strangers.
Who are you calling a stranger? I'm your mother.
You said you didn't consider me your daughter, right? That you don't want to see my face.
Money's a different story. It's not like your face is on it.
You said Rachel was going to take care of you from now on. You don't need my money.
Actually, she said she forgot to bring the money with her.
Then why don't you ask her to go back and get it?
Seems like she had a fight with her husband, so it's not that easy. If they make things up, then she can get the support.
Is that what she said?
So, in the meanwhile, you'll be paying for my things.
I'm not giving you a single penny. Work out your stuff.
Oh, you say the darnest things. Won't you come by for a little bit?
Oh, why?
Rachel only sleeps and eats, and so the house is a mess. You should come and clean it up.
Are you out of your mind? Why would I go to a stranger's house and clean up their stuff? I'm not their housekeeper.
But
Oh, and by the way, I'm pretty sure Rachel's going to stay there for quite a while.
what?
She got kicked out of her husband's house because she had an affair.
Huh?
Of course, she's also being charged of compensation money.
You're lying. She never said anything to me.
Because she has nowhere else to go. You only care about the money. If you'd find out she was penniless, you wouldn't have gracefully welcomed her in your arms.
Tell me you're lying.
Am not. Her husband's been telling me about Rachel's affair. I've even seen it firsthand.
I can't believe it.
It doesn't stop there. She's supplying her money to some guy she met at the club, taking it out from her husband's account. He's charging her for that as well.
They're a married couple. Even if he considered a divorce, how cheap can he be?
That money was what he saved up before meeting Rachel. She has no right using it.
So? Is she not going to take care of me?
Not only that, you're going to finance her. But you two are family. Why don't you support each other?
Not a chance. I don't want a child who has debt. She's not my daughter anymore.
Even though she looks and thinks exactly like you?
You're my only daughter, Naomi. So please, send the money like you did it all these years. You can even increase the payment.
I don't consider you my mother anymore.
Don't say that. Let's not argue. I can come live if you want.
Live with who?
With you. From now on, we live together as a family.
Why have you come to that conclusion?
Rachel's been up to no good since she came over. She's not leaving anytime soon. I'm going to leave her be and come spend time with you.
So it's all about money for you. No way in hell.
Why not?
I'm not in the country anymore.
What?
There's been an offer for an assignment abroad. I took up on it now that you were out of my life. Now that you weren't my mother anymore. Isn't that right, Susan? That's right.
Where do you live? Isn't it difficult living alone in a foreign country? I'll come live with you.
No way in hell, I'm telling you. I've always lived alone. I can manage it. I don't need a burden with me. Because I can keep my earnings, it made my life a whole lot easier. I'm having my best life after cutting ties with you.
Are you suggesting that I should accept debt-ridden Rachel to live with me for the rest of my life?
That's not your choice to make. It's not my responsibility.
How can you be so cold-hearted?
You are nothing to me.
Don't say that and help me out. At least send me some money.
You have your pension.
I can't manage with that kind of little money.
Oh, that's too bad. You two are perfect for each other. Have a nice life.
Please, help me.
Nope.
I'll apologize for the things I've done.
Too late.
Don't say that.
I'll say my goodbyes now.
No, please, forgive me. I'm sorry. You're the only one for me. Please, help me.
Rachel stayed at her mom's, not working at all. Susan works day and night to sustain themselves, but all of her earnings go to Rachel's debt. According to Susan, Rachel's getting fatter by the minute by leeching on her mother. Or, so she told me when she sent for help sending a selfie of herself. I've ignored her text, of course. I haven't told Susan this, but I currently live with my fiancé. I didn't know this, but turns out he came from a well-off family. If Susan had loved me as her daughter, I would have considered her moving in with us. I guess I'll never see her again. I'm going to make a loving family with my fiancé.
Deanna, hurry it up and get out of bed. I would really like to eat some sweets right about now. Huh? Do you have any idea what time it is right now, Autumn? It's 3 a.m, but I want to eat something sweet. Right now, the baby in my belly is asking to eat some strawberry shortcake, so I, as her mother, I have to get her the shortcake that she's asking for. I'm sorry, but there's no cake store in town open at this early in the morning, okay? I'm fine with one from the grocery store, so get one of those for me. And make sure that the cake is a strawberry shortcake, please. Not a chocolate cake or a cheesecake, but a strawberry shortcake, all right? I'm sorry, Autumn. I'll go out and pick you up a cake in the morning, but right now I'm trying to sleep. Huh? I had to be out late for work all night, and I'll have to be back to work all day tomorrow as well. So I really need to catch some sleep right now. I'm sorry. I am not playing around right now. Your sister-in-law is telling you that she wants to eat some cake right now. I don't give a crap about how hard work is going for you recently. So shut your mouth and go to the nearest store and get me that cake. Then I'm going to ask Brent to go do that for you. He's told me that tomorrow is his day off, so... If he has the day off tomorrow, then he needs to get his sleep right now, so leave him be. There is no reason for you to be waking up my little brother right now. I have asked you to go and get me that cake, so do so right now. There's no way I'm doing that right now. I am way too sleepy and just want a few more hours of sleep. Make sure to hurry it up so that my baby isn't kept waiting too long. And if you're not back soon, I might already be asleep again and my baby will starve. And with that cake, can you also get me some orange juice? I'm sorry, Autumn, have you seen my purse and wallet anywhere recently? This morning when I was at the market, I went to go and pay for the food and my wallet and everything wasn't in my bag. Now that I think about it, last night you were looking through my bag, right? Sorry. I totally forgot to give you back your purse and wallet. It's in my room right now, so come and grab it later. Huh? Why are both my purse and wallet in your room right now? I was just wanting to use your credit card a little yesterday. Recently, I have been so stressed out. But after doing some major shopping online, all that stress has gone bye-bye. But I'm done buying all the things I wanted, so you can have your things back now. What? You used my credit card to go shopping online for yourself? I did that because the doctor has been telling me to do my best to not get stressed while pregnant with the baby. So thanks to your money, I was able to do just that. Could you please tell me how much you spent last night? I wasn't really paying attention to how much I was spending, all right? But I got a lot of really expensive makeup, some nice designer clothing, and of course some things for the baby as well. And I made sure to buy some really expensive foods. You spent quite a bit then, huh? Maybe a couple grand? But this month you should be getting a bonus, so you don't have to worry. I should be worried about all of that. Please pay me back for all the things you bought on my credit card later. Huh? Why do I have to pay you back for all the things that were paid for on your credit card? I would have just used all my own credit cards had I known you would want me to pay you back. What? So you actually think I'm going to pay for all that? Well, of course I do. I mean, you are my sister-in-law after all, right? You have to be willing to pay for things your older sister wants. I have no idea what you're talking about right now. Do I have to pay for all your things just because you are my older sister-in-law? You sure do have to pay for me. What are you trying to get at now, Deanna? I understand that during pregnancy, it's not good to be stressed out. But if you think buying things online is a good way to remedy your stress, then maybe you should be using your own cards. Autumn, you have that credit card from your husband, right? He told you that you can use it on whatever you need while being back home with your mom and dad, right? What I have in my possession right now is my husband's family's card. In other words, that means my husband would have to pay for whatever I'm spending. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to throw away all that money my husband has been working so hard for. That's meant for my baby. What? But when it comes to using my sister-in-law's money, there's nothing wrong with that, right? I'm above you in this family, therefore your money is mine. I can use your credit card on whatever I'd like. What kind of reasoning is that? Between you and I, neither one of us is above one or the other in this family. You and I are equals since we are both sisters-in-law. You think I'm below you because I'm your little brother's wife and that you're above me because you're older? And that allows you the right to use my card without my permission? That's not a good enough reason for that. You're really getting on my nerves with all that talking. I wasn't using your money to mess with you in any way, all right? I needed to get rid of the stress I had last night in order to not harm the baby. That's why I used your card, so I have every right to use your card. I came home in order to be treated nicely by all of you while I'm pregnant. What? Since I've come all the way back home to my parents' home to have my baby, that means all of you have to be there to support me. And in your case, you are not even related to my family by blood, and also you're the youngest wife. But you are living in my parents' house as well, so that means you have to be the one to support my needs the most here. And this time, to support me, you had to help me get rid of that stress. So you're telling me no matter how much you plan to use my credit card without asking, and no matter how much you ask for my support, and no matter how many times you ask me to go out in the middle of the night to get you food, I can't complain about it? Because I'm not related to this family by blood and because I'm the youngest wife? That's right. But I'm sure someone without the experience of carrying a baby would never be able to understand me. Being stressed out during a pregnancy is some of the worst feelings you'll ever have. Now, I've gotten a little bit sleepy, so I'm going to take a small nap. Good luck at work today, okay, Deanna? I have had it with her, Brent. Go and talk to her right now, Brent.
Huh? What's happened this time, Deanna?
I have been telling you about her this whole time, right? About how your sister has been treating me in such a terrible way, and her attitude towards me just grinds my gears. She doesn't give two craps about how I feel about any of this and keeps going on and on and on with all of that. Today she even told me that she used my credit card last night and spent a couple grand on it without my permission. That is way too much money.
Wait, are you serious?
And when I complained about it, she started to go on about how she did it in order to reduce her stress. And then she explained that since I'm the youngest wife in the family, she can do whatever she wants with me. I am not going to sit around any longer and let her keep doing things like that to me.
Well, listen. Calm down for me, will you? Look, I understand why you're so upset with her right now, but she's having a tough time right now, having to deal with being pregnant. So it's not her fault that she's become a little bit selfish under all that stress.
You call that a little bit selfish? She never tells me thank you for any of this even. And now she's gone and almost maxed out one of my credit cards. I had brought all of this up with your mother before, Brent.
What? What's my mum about it?
I had assumed that since she raised you, she'd be just as level-headed as you are. And since we are both in the same position, being women from other families, she'd understand me more. But when I began to explain to her what was going on, she started to act just like you are now. Telling me that it's not her fault for being a little selfish. Do you guys not see how much your sister is pissing me off right now? I'm being told by not one, but 2 people in this family that it's not her fault and that I just need to deal with it.
But, well, I could see that coming. As of right now, your only option is just to put up with Autumn.
So both you and your mom think I should just suck it up and let her continue to abuse me? You're telling me that from now on, no matter how ridiculous all the things she does to me are, I'm not to make a sound or raise my hands about it? Well, I'm sorry, Brent, but I've had enough of this. If nobody is going to be on my side during all of this, then I have an idea.
I'm asking you to please calm down for me. I see that you have had a lot of stress dealing with my sister. It's pushed you pretty far, but you're taking things way overboard now.
Huh?
Who cares that she used your credit card a little bit? That helped to get rid of some of the stress that she had, so who cares, right? That means that couple grand of yours she spent was to help the baby stay safe. I think $2,000 is totally worth it to ensure that the baby comes out happy and healthy.
What did you say?
And when it comes to being pushed to your limits, like you are now, that's the perfect time to grow into an even better person, right? I'd read about something like that in this self-improvement book I bought just a while back. So, I think you just have to keep with it, and you'll come out of this a better Deanna.
Are you being serious with me right now? Your wife is having the worst time of her life right now, and you've only got that to say to me?
Well, my break time's almost up now, so I'm going to have to get back to work. I'm sure that someday, when you're pregnant, you'll be able to understand how she's feeling. So until that time, just be quiet, try your best.
Hey, Deanna. I heard about you tattling on me to my brother and my mom. You had been telling them about how I'm such a selfish woman who doesn't care about your feelings? I never said that. But I did make it very clear to them that I was tired of being taken advantage of by you all the time. I understand that you are stressed right now from being pregnant, but you are not going to use that as your reason for treating me like I'm some kind of slave to this family. Wow, why are you being such a witch now? Are you not going to help out your sister-in-law even though she is going through so much pain having to carry this baby? And you got my mom and brother involved in all this now? Well, beware that even though I went and talked to them about this, neither one of them seemed to care. So that was a total waste of time for me. No matter how much I tried expressing my concerns to them, they both told me to shut up and deal with it. So it seems nobody is really that worried about me. And that was totally right of them. I mean, this is my family's house, right? Not your family's house. No matter how much stress you're having, my family will always care for me first. I just got a message from Brent a little bit ago saying for me to not worry about what you're saying and to do as I please with you. Is that right? And even my mom has been saying the same things to me. Which means from now on, with the power of my family backing me up, I'm going to use you as the slave you are to all of us. I'm the daughter of this family, and all you are is my little brother's stupid wife. So you are going to shut the hell up, and you are going to be the slave I've always wanted you to be. And if you ever try going against me and tattling like that again, I'm going to have my brother divorce you. We're already divorced, though. What? So that would mean I can go ahead and ignore you now. I no longer have to be your slave, and I'm free to do as I please now. And as for the money you stole from me, I'm getting it back from Brent. I really don't care how much you think I'm being a total witch right now, because I am no longer a part of your family and have nothing to do with you. Wait a second, please. What do you mean you're already divorced from Brent? When the hell did you and him get a divorce? I just got divorced from him only a second ago. I asked my work if I could take the rest of the day off. Then I made a sprint over to the courthouse and handed in the divorce paperwork I had. Huh? Just a few seconds ago? I have recently been carrying those divorce forms with me every day to work. And of course, I made sure that your brother was aware of that as well. So please don't think that I did this all without him knowing, because he was the one to fill out and sign his parts. But why have you been holding on to divorce paperwork that both you and Brent signed, huh? Does this mean that for a while now you both have been at arms with each other? I never knew about any of it, but you both have been talking about divorce for a while then? Before you came back to your parents' house, he and I had a very healthy and loving relationship. There was never a time that he and I brought up getting a divorce. But for the longest time, I have held on to a copy of our divorce papers signed and ready to be handed in. When he and I moved into his parents' house, he and I signed them. Huh? When you moved in with my parents? Your father had passed away and your mother was left to live alone, right? Well, your brother said that as her son, he wanted to live with her long term. He even begged me to stay in this house longer with your mother and got on his hands and knees to do so. But in the end, it was too much anxiety for me to want to live with your mom long term. It was all right when your father was around, but her by herself, ugh. But to convince me that I would be completely fine living here long term, he signed a divorce form and told me to do the same, saying that he would make sure my life in this house with your mother and him would never make me want to get a divorce. He told me that the signed paperwork was meant to show me that I could trust him and to act as a sort of incentive for him to keep being a good husband. What? So after seeing him hand me the paperwork, I had no choice but to say yes, and he showed me he really wanted my trust to live in this house longer. But seeing him now, I think he's totally forgotten about the divorce papers he signed. Because recently, I have really wanted to divorce him. He told me back when he handed me these papers that he'd never make me want one, but here we are. So, you've handed in those papers already, right? So you've really gone ahead and ended the relationship you and him had? Yes, because I don't need a man in my life who forgets how to take care of his wife. And so because of that, I no longer need to listen to you. I will no longer listen to your selfish crap any longer, so keep it coming and waste that time. I'm no longer listening, and your excuse of being pregnant isn't going to gain you any leverage anymore. You really think you can talk back to me like that now, do ya? I'm a bit surprised that you've already divorced Brent, but it has nothing to do with me. If anything, having you get the hell out of the house now will put my stress level at 0. If you've really gone and divorced him, then get going and leave my parents' house. What's that? I'm not going to be leaving this house. After all, your parents' house is now mine. What? What the hell did you just say? There's no way this house is all yours now. It belongs to my mom now. Well, if you didn't already know this, recently my name was put on this house. Both the house and the land it's on are both under my name now. So in other words, this place is mine. Huh? What do you mean your name is on it now? My mom got both the house and the land from my father when he passed away. So why the hell do you think you have your name on all of it? Well, your mom happened to change the name on both the house and land to me. What? My mom did that? It wasn't just your brother that changed after you came back home to have the baby. Your mom used to be very kind to me and saw me as her real daughter. But the moment you came back home, she changed for the worse like Brent. And now she's just like you, asking that I shut up and do all that you ask me for. But before you came back, your mother had put my name on this house. She told me that things like the taxes and payments on the house were too much for her to deal with and asked that I handle them. And in order to kind of force me into it, she changed the name on the place to mine. What? Are you for real? So that means with this divorce, all of you need to get out of my house. So you all get together and start gathering your things before I have you all out of this place. Because starting today, that house is now mine. The rest of you no longer have the right to live there.
Hey. Diana, you're lying about handing in those divorce papers, right? I just got a random call from my sister who seemed to be very freaked out by you saying something like that to her. There has to be some kind of misunderstanding here, or at very least a joke.
When it comes to the divorce paperwork, I really did hand them in. It was the same papers that I've held on to this whole time. So, starting today, you and I are no longer a couple.
What? Wait a minute. Why'd you hand in those papers like that all of a sudden?
You thought this was out of nowhere? I told you earlier that I'd been approaching my limit with everything, right? But as I kept coming to you for help every time, you grew closer and closer to your mom and sister. You seemed to not care anymore about the way I felt, and I could see that wasn't going to change. So that's why I got this divorce.
What the hell? You handed in our divorce papers just because you're mad with my sister. And you're going to say the divorce was justified because I didn't care about your feelings. We're not freaking kids anymore, so you can't say things like that as your reasoning. Are you a freaking idiot or something? Why would you use that reason for ending the love that we both had with one another?
The only idiot here is you, Brent. I was begging for your help, and yet you ignored all my pleas. So don't blame me for wanting a divorce after seeing you leave my side. You need to be blaming yourself for doing things that led me to want a divorce.
But that was because my sister's pregnant right now. I want to think about the baby she has and all the pain she has to go through.
Well, if you happen to care about her and the baby more than your own wife, I'm glad we got this divorce. Now you can focus all your attention on her and the baby and never have to worry about how I'm doing. I think we should both be happy about the divorce.
What?
Now, by the end of today, I'd like you to have all of your things together and be ready to leave the house. I'm going to stay the night somewhere else tonight so that I don't have to come home to you all crying and whining. When I'm back home tomorrow, not one of you better be in the house still, all right?
Wait a sec, please, Diana. I actually didn't know your name was put on the house either by my mum. Can you please at least give my mum back the house and the land? I'll accept the divorce, but please don't take the house. It's not yours to have.
No way, Brent. I don't have to give you anything back.
Huh?
I'm not as nice of a person as you think. If you were a better husband to me, then maybe I would be giving you the house and land back, but you weren't. So I'm going to meet you at your level, and I'm going to keep the place.
Are you kidding me? Then this means we'll really have to leave the house. My sister's supposed to be having a baby next month. My mum's turning 60 years old this year.
I am not going to care about what happens to those that never bothered to care about what happened to me. Now that's all I have to say. Since this is my first divorce, I think I'm going to have something nice to eat for dinner as a celebration. Deanna, please, help me, please. Do something about this situation right now. What was that? Why are you still talking to me? I'm just about to get back to my house here. I'm sure you've all gathered your things up and are out of the house right now. And now I'll finally have a place to myself again and can stretch my arms and legs out. Right now we've all gone back to my house. We realized that I was no longer going to be able to stay there after what you said and came back here. And of course I made sure to bring both Brent and my mom here as well. Okay, so you're all back at your house now. But this house isn't big enough to allow my brother and mom to live here as well. I asked them to please go somewhere for the night and stay, but they won't leave me, and they keep blaming me for this all happening to them. So now they're forcing themselves to stay the night here, even though there's no other bedrooms. But it's true that a lot of this is your fault, right? So just let those two stay with you for a little while. Are you even listening to me? My house does not have the room for them. This place only has 2 rooms and a kitchen dining area, and very soon here I'm going to be having my baby. But by having everyone in the house with you, you'll have all the support you need during the last month of your pregnancy. That should make both you and your husband really happy now, right? My husband's not happy about any of this. He's freaking pissed. It's all because of you guys that I'm at the risk of getting a divorce by him. Really? He was shocked to see me burst through the door with both my mother and brother and all their things, and in a panic I explained everything that happened to him. And then he replied by saying it was insane of me to think that I could threaten you with divorcing you from my brother. And now he doesn't even want to talk to me anymore. The last thing he told me was that he can't see himself raising a kid with me. I think he's only being fair and honest with you. I think any sane person would react the same way he did. This cannot be happening to me. Right now, my husband is getting ready to go back to his parents, and he told me once the baby is born, he's taking it with him. He doesn't even want me to have any part in raising it. Well, kids usually take after their parents, and I'm sure it's not healthy for one to take after you. You happen to think it's all right to steal people's money, force them into being your slave, and threatening them with divorce. I think someone like you would be a terrible influence to any baby. But I'm the one that'll be giving birth to it, though. Yet he's going to take it away from me the moment it's born? And what makes all of this worse is neither my mom or brother will be able to meet it. He said the next time we talk will be when he comes to get the baby. Well, then you'd better hurry up and kick your mom and Brent out of the place. But no matter how many times I ask them to leave, they just won't go. They keep saying that they have nowhere left to go and that I'm the one to blame for getting them kicked out of your place. So please, for the love of God, help me, Deanna. I have no reason to be helping any of you.
Deanna, please let me come back into your life and let's become husband and wife again. My mum even said that she wants us back together, so please. I promise to never make you want to divorce me ever again, so please, give me another chance.
There's no way I'm letting you back into my life.
Please don't say that to me. I can't live without you in my life.
You'll be all right. You'll be fine. You told me that you just have to stick with it during hard times and that after you'll become a better person, right? You read that book on personal growth already, so I'm sure you can handle things.
What?
Well, that's all from me. I'll make sure to take great care of your parents' old house, so don't worry. Now have a great time with the rest of your family. Due to all the stress that Autumn was feeling, she ended up having her baby 1 month before her due date, in other words, having a premature birth. And just as had been told to her, her husband came to pick up the baby after a few days in the ICU being cared for and brought it home to his parents' house. And ever since that day, Autumn has not been able to see her baby. When it comes to both Brent and his mother, they've both still not yet left Autumn's place. Autumn has tried plenty of times to beg them to both leave her alone, but their only response is asking for her to pay for their new housing. And then they finished their reply by saying it's all her fault that things ended up the way they did and that she needed to take responsibility for it. From her husband, he later told her that things didn't look like they'd be getting better around her and asked for the both of them to get a divorce. So, I guess we'll see if this is the end for Autumn and her husband, or if she'll be able to get the money to move her mom and brother out of her place.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.